the way things are over at CNN is it goes like this. Donald Trump's a racist. You voted for him, therefore you're a racist too.
It just shows that the president has racist views. I mean, how long do we have to dance around that issue? I mean, whether it's rapists coming from Mexico, whether it's saying the first president of the African American president of the United States was not born in the United States. I mean, he has racist views, and the worst thing is that's part of his appeal.
Joining me now to comment on this and other matters, Larry Klayman, who is the founder of Freedom Watch, former federal prosecutor. Check him out at freedomwatchusa.org. Larry, welcome back to the program. It's always great to talk to you.
Thank you, John. Pleasure to be on again.
Well, so this thing yesterday, I just want to get your impression, because a lot of people on the right and left are tisk-tisking Donald Trump for calling these countries blank hole countries. I can't say it on the air because we have FCC licenses, but a blank hole country, just how terrible, 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 terrible. What's your view?
Can we say it in French, John?
Merde holes?
Merde holes, yeah. So my view is this. Look, I was an international lawyer, trade lawyer, long before I became a so-called crime fighter when I founded Judicial Watch and now Freedom Watch. I actually married a Latina. Okay, I like the Latin people. I'm not married to her still. But, that didn't influence that. Trump, his characterization was wrong. Okay, shouldn't have used that language. But yeah, these countries are basically what he said they are in terms of their economic condition. And he did not mean that in a racist way. But, of course, somebody like Jeffrey Toobin, I call him Jeffrey Boobin, he's going after me too, probably you as well. He's just a despicable human being. I mean, really, when I won the NSA case 4 years ago on their illegal surveillance, they had me on with Don Lemon on CNN. And it was a hit piece on me.
Yeah, of course.
And Jeffrey Toobin says Klayman is not the one to bring this case. He has a tinfoil hat. It was just complete disparagement. And then Lemon went after me, and I said, look, Don, I said, you're a big supporter of Obama. I said, you, Jeffrey, are a big supporter of Clinton. We locked horns back in the 90s. This is just a political hit. And Don Lemon then cut my feed, if you can believe that, took me off the air, had to bring me back. So this is what you're dealing with at CNN. It's basically the communist news network. I mean, I call it at this point.
Well, they've expanded the discussion just in 24 hours from, okay, Donald Trump's a racist. We heard him say this thing. It's just a horrible, horrible racist thing to say. And I've said this several times on the show before you came on, but I want you to hear it. So I beg the forgiveness of my audience. Every one of their foreign crews uses this same expression to describe the places they are being sent and where they want to get out of as soon as possible. And they pretend like they've never heard it. But now they're saying, okay, it not only proves Donald Trump's a racist, but the whole country thinks, the country that voted for him, they support him for this. They like hearing him say this, so they're all racist too.
Well, in today's world, everybody who you disagree with, if you're a leftist, is a racist. If you disagree with feminists, then you're a sexist. If you're Hillary Clinton and ran for the presidency and lost, you're a misogynist. So, it's lost all meaning. And it's gotten to the point of absurdity. And I'll tell you who the real racists and sexists are. And they are the people on the left that use this. And they're the feminists that blame all men for all problems in this world. So, I talk clearly. You do too. This is worse than a bad joke. It's just completely ridiculous.
But you are hearing, even members of the Republican caucus in Congress say, oh, I wish he hadn't done that. Oh, my God, this is bad. This is really going to hurt us. This is really bad. Calling Haiti that word. Oh, my God. Calling Somalia that word. Can't do that. I mean, you see them fanning themselves and jumping on the couch, and I just say, wait a minute. This is what these places are.
They are. I actually, when I was doing a lot of international trade. I still do it because I have a private practice in addition to Freedom Watch. But I represented the government of El Salvador in a trade matter, and I went down there at the end of the Civil War. And I can tell you, as much as I like the Salvadoran people, they've been abused. And frankly, the place is what President Trump described it as. And the same for Haiti. I went to Haiti many years ago, too, when I was with Judicial Watch. And basically, I barricaded myself in the room thinking I was going to be taken hostage. I mean, that's how bad it was. It was right before Aristide fell. These are not nice places. And El Salvador at one time was a prosperous country, but it was destroyed by the communists, essentially. And Haiti's been ruled by just a bunch of dictators, Papa Doc, Baby Doc, Aristide. The place is, it's ground zero.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Well, how long do you think they can keep this contretemps going?
Well, I'll keep it going forever. And look, I mean, a little segue here. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but we had a major victory this week for Klayman Bundy and the rancher in Las Vegas, Nevada, in Bunkerville, where he took on the federal government. Yeah, I mean, they called him all kinds of names. They called him a racist. After the successful standoff in 2014, he was being interviewed by the New York Times, and they set him up. And Klayman's a rancher. He's extremely bright, but, he doesn't know politically correct words. And he said, I've been treated by the federal government like the Negro in the Old South. Obama then holds a White House Correspondents' Dinner. 2 weeks later, he gets up making jokes, and he says, let me tell you, I got some advice for this Nevada rancher. Don't ever start your sentence, let me tell you about the Negro. It was like a threat. And 2 years later, he and 18 others were indicted, and we just got the indictment thrown out. So everybody's a racist. I'll tell you something. I visited Klayman 25 times in prison, maybe 26. Spent lots of time with him in the last 2 years. The African Americans love him in that prison. He's not a racist. He's a great, great man, and he was there basically to make a point that I've been treated just like black people were treated.
Larry Klayman, check him out at freedomwatchusa.org. He's the founder of Freedom Watch. Larry, it's always great to talk to you. I appreciate taking the
same, John. God bless you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.